Hello, beautiful people. I welcome you with a lot of love. I see you and I hear you. Welcome to our first quarter activation. I'm Deepthi Sahani, and week on week, we create some space where we can seek guidance from the Spirit to be able to lead more aligned lives. Tarot can be used as a tool for divination, as a predictive tool. However, our endeavor is to use the science of the archetypical elements which are prevalent in the universe and part of our human psyche to be able to see how we can really polish ourselves, how we can walk this path, this inner journey, and become more refined versions of ourselves. So, thank you for choosing to tune into this activation. Whenever you choose to connect with this particular message, know that it is the right time for your soul to work with the wisdom that's coming through. August, as we know, is the month that is for observance of a lot of things in religious aspects. It's known by different names in different parts of the country, and by the Hindi or the Hindu Vedic calendar, it is known as the month of Shravan. A lot of people choose to fast during this particular month. People take a vow to not really intake non vegetarian food as part of their regular diets. So there's a very beautiful logic behind all of this. And essentially, these 4 months, as we've spoken in one of our previous activations, are months for conservation of energy. Lord Vishnu, who's symbolic of sustenance, life can really evolve and be carried forward only when there is conservation of energy. So, whatever it is that we do in our lives, our whole idea is to be able to utilize as little as possible amount of energy that is there so that we can live a very symbiotic relationship with our environment. That is how we stay aligned to the universe and lead very virtuous and aligned lives. So when we are really observing, observation is at different levels. It is observing a fast from your sensory organs, from your sense doors, fasting from your ego mind, fasting from the intellect, and fasting to really come out of being ego worshippers and become more and more soul worshippers. ये जो श्रावण का महीना होता है, इसमें बहुत सारी फेस्टिविटीज होती हैं और पूरी भारत के अलग अलग भागों में अलग अलग नामों से ये फेस्टिवल सेलिब्रेट किए जाते हैं। और इस महीने का जो महत्व होता है वो होता है ताकि हम अपनी एनर्जी ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कंजर्व कर सकें। इसलिए हम जो भी चीज़ें करते हैं हमें ये मद्देनज़र रखते हुए करना चाहिए कि हम अपनी ज़िंदगी में अपना इनटेक या हमारा कंजम्पशन कैसे कम करके अपनी ज़िंदगी मोर बैलेंस में ला सकते हैं, एक नेचुरल तालमेल में ला सकते हैं। जो रिसेंटली सेलिब्रेटेड फेस्टिवल था तीज का, तीज आता है जिसका मूल शब्द है तेज, और तेज होता है फायर। तो ये जो तीज का त्योहार होता है, इट इज इन रेवरेंस टू द फायर एलिमेंट। तो इसी प्रकार हमारे बहुत सारे फेस्टिवल्स, सारे जितनी भी प्रकृति में हमारे एलिमेंट्स हैं या जिन दूतों से हम बने हैं, उन सबको एक तरह से नमन करने के लिए होता है, उनकी पूजा करने के लिए होता है। उन सिद्धों को हम अपनी जिंदगी में कैसे उतार सकते हैं, वो हमें याद रखने और याद दिलाने के लिए ये त्योहार होते हैं। All the festivals that we celebrate have certain relevance. It's a day of invocation of that particular element, that particular energy that forms an integral part of our daily lives. Our body is made up of 5 elements. So the recently celebrated festival of Teej was symbolic of fire. It is an invocation, it is a worship of the fire element to be able to lead more aligned lives. So, as we continue to walk this path of Dharma, let's see what are the archetypical energies trying to convey to us this particular week. I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths and empty yourself, coming more and more in the present moment, releasing of all that you must have been holding on to for the day, and come to a place of coming to more and more alignment. You can visualize a form of energy connecting to the deck of cards and see what is coming up for you. What do you think is going to be the message for us this week? Spirit, please show us that aspect of our life that we can work with this coming week. So I've pulled a card and we had a jumper card while we were shuffling. So the message that I'm getting is to be an observer. What does being an observer really mean? Observe. The word observe has the word serve in it. Serve. Serve comes from the Sanskrit word sarve. Sarve means to be of help. So, whatever we do in our lives, we have to conduct ourselves in a way where we are able to be of help, to be of service to people around us, to the environment around us. If we really look at the challenges that we are struggling with in our lives, or we look at the issues that have created disharmony, are often the issues that we have not been able to cater, keeping in mind a very balanced perspective. We have really opted and made choices thinking of things that really serve us, and maybe we've forgotten to really take into account, does this really serve others around me? Does this really serve the environment? Because if we are going to have very single minded focus and we are going to be very self centered, and if we are not objective in our approach to life, we end up taking decisions that are out of alignment, that take us away from our life purpose. And more, the distance and the gap increases between who we really are and how we choose to lead our life. There comes more and more suffering. So, if we want to eliminate this aspect of suffering in our lives, the biggest message that Spirit is trying to convey, or the pool of consciousness, the creator consciousness, the one consciousness is giving us, is to observe. And this is so synchronized to the symbolic representation of the entire month of Shravan. Shravan is a month for observation, observing a break from your sensory doors, your indulgences through your eyes, through your ears, through your mouth, through the sense of taste, through the sense of smell. So, can we really bring about some sort of a discipline and bring under check everything that we are consuming, not just by way of our food? Definitely, food is the primary level of intake and nutrition, and that has to be very scientific, that has to be very aligned. But beyond that, what are we consuming? What are we watching on our day to day basis? Are you addicted to some sort of a series or some patterns which are not conducive to your life? What sort of news articles are you consuming? What sort of entertainment nuggets are you consuming visually? What are the kind of things that you are constantly listening to on a day to day basis? What are the sort of things that you are sharing with people, the sort of things that you're talking, really you are bringing that into creation all the time. So this particular month is very important to bring these things into more alignment in our lives. And how can they come into alignment? Only when you start observing. When there is going to be observation, scientifically, when experiments are conducted and when we see electrons traveling, when they are not being observed, they travel very randomly. And when these electrons are observed by way of a camera or a microscope, they actually travel in a very disciplined manner. And that is the whole reason why we choose to observe. All meditative practices, most of the time, ask us to come within our own beingness, our physical embodiment. And from there, we then start to observe our breath. We start to observe our thoughts. And why do we need to observe them? We need to observe them so that there is less entropy, so that they do not travel randomly all around. Similarly, if electrons can do that, so can the emotions, so can the feelings. So the more you are accustomed to observing, the more disciplined a life you can lead, a life that helps you stay closer to your own life purpose, coming around realizing who you actually really are. And when can this really happen? It can only happen when you actually start observing. And I am getting a clear message that when we actually try and bring all aspects of our being into harmony, the Holy Trinity of the mind, body, and soul, or all aspects of our life, then eventually comes a place where miracles start pouring out, right? So, when those miracles start pouring out, you start laying a very stronger foundation for yourself in life. So, this is also a message to actually start moving your life more in alignment with the moon phases. Is there any way where you can actually start bringing more alignment to the moon? Of course, the activations that we are doing are aligned to the lunar cycle. We are using the moon as a measurement of time to actually start taking in messages and lead more aligned lives. This is one way of doing it. Are there more ways where you can actually become more aligned? Because the energy of the moon is the cooling energy. Whatever we do in our lives, those things are inflammation oriented or action oriented. And if we have to bring that in balance, we have to look at bringing about the element of coolness in our lives. So while we are at it, what is it that you can do to actually calibrate and bring in the beautiful energies of the moon in your life? The moon is responsible for creating tides in the ocean. We human beings are made 78% or more of water in our bodies, right? So, if the moon movements can actually move the water tides and make them so powerful in terms of the current in the oceans, definitely, there's a lot that's going on inside the human body also, because the lunar movement is impacting the water current, the water flow in our bodies. So, can you observe the days of the Ekadashi as days to get your body on a fasting mode? Can you try and bring in some sort of a detox? Can you go on a fruit fast or can you go on a water fast? The more we try and do this, the more you will start seeing that things in life start falling in place automatically, because moon is considered to be the husband of the 28 stars, the nakshatrams, and each of us, when we are born in a particular planetary alignment, some nakshatram that is highly influential in our bodies. So, if we can really pay reverence, pay our obeisance, or observe our lives in alignment with the moon, it actually helps us balance out all the disharmony or the suffering associated to our time of birth, the planetary or the universal alignment that was available at that point in time. So there are many aspects and many beautiful benefits of associating ourselves and moving more in tandem with the universal forces, and one such force being the moon force. And alongside that is that when we actually start becoming more observant in our lives, we will soon start receiving messages from very unexpected sources. We will come around finding answers in the most unexpected ways in our life. If you've been struggling with any particular aspect of your life, know that somebody can help you walk a certain direction. They can guide you in the direction of a logical resolution. But it is you and your consciousness, your higher self, that knows the answer that is best for you at that point in time. And how can you really get connected to that aspect of yourself that has all your answers? You can only connect with that purity, that aspect of your beingness, by observing, by coming into a very dedicated practice and following observation at all the levels that we've been discussing. And the more and more we are going to be able to do that, the more unexpected miracles will begin flowing in our life. We will come to a place of more centeredness in our life. We will come to a place that offers more and more healing. We will come to a place where we allow our creative juices to flow. We will come to a place where the divine feminine will feel more honored, will feel more accepted, will feel more revered. It will feel more confident and secure to express back itself in our life by bringing in a lot of flow, by bringing in a lot of security, by bringing in a lot of sensitivity, by bringing in a lot of abundance in our lives. So, this is such a beautiful message that the more we are going to start strengthening our connection with our own inner self, the more resolution oriented we are going to be in all our actions. Everything that's going to happen to us and all our actions will be aligned to our own highest and best. We will not wait for somebody to actually be the guiding light to us, but definitely we will have people in our lives who can mentor us, who can show us, and who can help us walk that path of dharma or the path of light for that matter. But it's important that whatever practices you do, whatever you follow, whoever you tune into, whoever is your guru, whoever is your uh, mentor, whatever you learn, are you integrating that? Are you coming to a place of more self empowerment? Are you feeling empowered by doing all of those things and you are not leaning on an external entity or on an external object for your own personal alignment? That beautiful integration that needs to really happen at many, many levels. अगर हम हमारी जिंदगी में ध्यान देना सीखेंगे या ऑब्जर्व करना सीखेंगे, मतलब जो कुछ चल रहा है अगर हम अपने आप को उससे डिटैच करके सिर्फ उसे एक प्रामाणिक तरीके में देखने की आदत में लग जाएंगे, तो हमारी जिंदगी बहुत अच्छे मायने में बदल सकती है. और हमें क्या करना है, हमें एक ऑब्जर्वेशन मोड में आना है। जैसे हम अगर ध्यान में करते हैं या मेडिटेट करते हैं, तो जिस प्रकार आप सिर्फ अपने शरीर की संवेदनाओं को ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, बस देखते हैं, उनसे जुड़ते नहीं हैं, उसी प्रकार आपको हर चीज को सिर्फ देखना है, उसको उससे जुड़ना नहीं है। और जब आप ये ऑब्जर्वेशन की जो क्वालिटी है अपनी लाइफ में बढ़ा लेंगे, तब आपकी जिंदगी में जो आपके शारीरिक, मानसिक और आध्यात्मिक दर्जों पर तालमेल आएगा। उससे आपको अपनी जिंदगी में हो रही मुश्किलों का सामना करने के लिए एक नई दिशा खुद ही मिलेगी। आपको अपनी कठिनाइयों के सारे जवाब स्वयं मिलेंगे। कोई भी गुरु, कोई टीचर, कोई कोच, कोई थेरेपिस्ट डेफिनेटली आपको हेल्प कर सकता है, और आपको अगर ज़रूरत लगे हेल्प लेने की तो आपको लेना भी अवश्य ज़रूरी है। लेकिन जब एक बारी वो आपको मार्गदर्शन दे देते हैं, तो उससे आप खुद क्या सीख रहे हैं, क्या अपना रहे हैं और अपनी ज़िंदगी में लागू कर पा रहे हैं, ऑब्जर्व करने के लिए, ताकि आप बहुत ज़्यादा खुद में एम्पावर्ड रहें। ऐसे नहीं कि हम जिंदगी भर किसी एक बाहरी चीज या बाहरी इंसान का सहारा लेकर सहारे के थ्रू लाइफ गुजारते चले। अगर हम ऐसा करेंगे तो हमारी जिंदगी में बहुत ज़्यादा पीड़ा, परेशानी, सफरिंग ही रहेगी। हम जानना चाहते हैं कि हम कौन हैं, हम क्या करने आए हैं इस दुनिया में, और हमें क्या करने से एक संतुष्टता मिल सकती है। तो अगर हमें इन सारे प्रश्नों का हल ढूंढना है, तो वो हल हमारे अंदर ही है। हमें हमारी जो बाहर की चीज़ें हैं उनसे ध्यान हटाकर वो ध्यान अंदर की ओर ले जाना है, और उस ऊर्जा से जुड़ना है जो ऊर्जा हर समस्या का हल है। और जब हम ऐसा करेंगे तो हम बहुत ही सुकून की ज़िंदगी जिएंगे, ऐसी ज़िंदगी जहां हम अपने आप को खुद बहुत ज़्यादा सक्षम और हील पाएंगे। और जब आप ये अपनी रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी का पालन बना लेंगे, तो आपका सिर्फ मियर प्रेजेंस इतना हीलिंग होगा कि जैसे ही आप किसी ग्रुप में जाएंगे या कोई आपसे मिलने आएगा, तो अपने आप वो हीलिंग एनर्जी दूसरे बंदे को भी प्रभावित करेगी। वो आपकी कंपनी में खुद बहुत ही ज़्यादा हीट पाएंगे अपने आप को। Thus, this is such a beautiful message, and I request each of you to just sit down for 5 minutes after you've tuned into this activation and start journaling. If you can really write down what is it that's bringing or coming up for you that is going to help you move to the next level in your life, you should start doing that right away. And more start taking more spontaneous actions. अगर आपको कुछ ऐसी गाइडेंस मिलती है कि मे बी यू शुड रियली डू समथिंग अबाउट इट, आपको कुछ एक्शन करना चाहिए अपनी ज़िंदगी में ये मैसेजेस इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए, तो बहुत ज़्यादा सोचिए मत, बस उस गाइडेंस से जुड़कर उसको अपनी ज़िंदगी में इम्प्लीमेंट करना शुरू कर लीजिए। Thank you very much, friends, for tuning in. If you've been resonating with these messages and they've been helping you, please leave a heart or an emoji of your choice, because by doing that, you will help to increase the engagement on the video. And if the engagement goes high, this video will be shown on the feed of many more people who could benefit from these messages. And of course, if you can, I urge you to share this message in your network so that people who could be struggling in their everyday lives, this little activation can help them come in a place of more centeredness more aligned living, just being present in the moment and living a life of fulfillment, coming more and more on this path of inner journey and finding solutions to the problems within our own selves. अगर आप ये मैसेज से रेसोनेट कर पा रहे हैं तो मेरी आपसे दरख्वास्त है कि आप ये मैसेज अपने नेटवर्क्स में शेयर कीजिए, या अगर आप कुछ शेयर करना चाहें तो एक इमोजी डाल दीजिए वीडियो के कमेंट्स में, ताकि अगर थोड़ा सा एंगेजमेंट बढ़ेगा तो यूट्यूब का एल्गोरिदम इस वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों की फीड्स पर लेकर आएगा और लोगों को अपनी समस्याओं का हल मिलेगा. I am wishing all of us a very beautiful week, a week that helps us come more in place of observation, where we are connecting with our own inner guidance and we are finding messages from the spirit to get past through challenges in our lives. And we lead lives of more and more alignment and conservation of energy. Namaste.